about your excuses rather than putting any forward motion in, rather than making the problem better. You were dwelling on the problem. Your excuses become your nooses. I get it, guys. I get it. I understand your problem. And really, in your heart, you know what your problem is. Some of you just don't think you know what your problem is. You know what your problem is. Here, I'll tell you. Your problem is you. You are your problem. Your excuses have become your nooses. You have a noose around your neck every time you speak of a problem. Rather than speaking in the positive, you speak in the negative. Rather than speaking of the solution, you speak of the problem, the excuse. You all have excuses. You're spending all your time talking about your excuses rather than putting any forward motion in, rather than making the problem better. You were dwelling on the problem. And a lot of you don't even have real problems. There's dudes with real problems doing way more than you're doing. There's dudes with real problems doing way more than I'm doing, way more than we're doing. You're your problem. Your excuses become your nooses. That sounds like some shit my boy Lance would say. That was in my head. I've never heard it before. We're so focused on what we can't do when really you can fucking do it. You just fucking said in your head over and over, I can't. Which means you don't want to. I don't know why you even inserted yourself in the conversation. There's two grown fucking men talking about some shit they're doing, and you feel like you need to be doing some shit, but you're not really doing nothing, so you just get in there and start typing. That's the problem, see? It's all so easy to type and say some shit to a man that's not gonna fucking reach out and fucking grab your neck. Just keep your mouth shut and do some shit. And stop talking about the shit you're going to do and only talk about the shit you did. Shit'll change. It's excuses. I have a toothache. I'm scared of the dentist. I have 2 wisdom teeth out over here that they did like 15 years ago, put me to sleep to do them, and they didn't do these 2. They did a root canal on this one over here, and half the tooth was fake. And over time, it's just chipped off, and it's had a little pocket, and it gets food in there. And now it's just like a sharp spike. And it's infected. I know it is. I am scared of the dentist. I've been popping fucking Motrin for the last 4 or 5 days, and it seems to fucking take the edge off of it. Woke up this morning, went to bed last night, just fucking aching. Woke up this morning kind of throbbing. And I almost talked myself out of going to the gym. I'm like, well, maybe I'll just work out here. Cody can just come in here and work out at the gym here. Those are excuses. There are people with real shit going on. My air conditioner doesn't work in this car, but I need to drive the car because the humidity gets on the rotors and it will cause real rust, which will, damage the brakes. I don't have room in the garage. Problems, first world problems, whatever you want to call them, right? Those aren't problems. Those are little fucking nuisances. That's the worst shit'll happen today, that I have to drive my other Porsche so that my brakes don't get rusty and my air conditioner doesn't work. Could we get that taken care of? Of course we could. I just have real shit we're doing every day. We spent half the week making this video for these tool pouches, these roll-up tool pouches, which we just launched. Check them out if you haven't seen them. They're awesome. We launched it last night, and we sold way more than any of us thought we were going to sell. We had a conversation at about 4 o'clock. I'm like, how many do you think will sell, Chef? How many do you think will sell, Jeff? I never really put a number in my mind, but their number was pretty high. I'm like, shit, that's a lot. We beat that. We blew that out of the water in like fucking the first 10 minutes. Now we got to go in there and have 4 dudes cut and prep and build this shit so we can ship this out. You'll see this video today, but in a couple days, those things will start shipping and they'll go out the door. Some of them will ship today. But we'll go through the weekend, and Amanda and I and a couple other dudes will probably come in on the weekend, and we'll get all that shit cut and prepped and ready to go. Those aren't problems. Those aren't problems. We're lucky to have those problems. All these dudes you're fucking hanging around with, all these dudes, and that's the bigger problem, is you don't even know these guys. We call people friends that you've never looked in the eye and shook hands with. Friends. The fuck is a friend? You're gonna call them and they're gonna show up and help you move some shit? You're gonna call them and your kid's sick and they're gonna come and feed your dogs and your chickens and shit while you're gone? You're so busy calling people friends, you've never even met them. And you're worried about what they're thinking, and you're worried about cutting pieces out of whatever you're gonna load up on Facebook to impress somebody you've never met. You are around weak people. If you got dudes on your pages, or you got dudes in real life, or you go to church, you see that dude, or you're at a show and you see that dude every 6 weeks at a gun show, or every year at Blade Show, and this dude comes up to you and he's just got the same shit, he just reports all his problems to you, stay the fuck away from that dude. Everybody is contagious. If you're not getting something from somebody, they are taking something from you. There are genuine dudes that I am around, that I see rarely, that I get to be around them for 15, 20 minutes, and when I walk away from them, I feel better. Like dudes doing real shit. You want somebody to model your life after? You want somebody to look at that maybe one day you could truly be friends with? Look at Jason McCoy. That dude is somebody I want to be more like in every aspect of his fucking life. Jason McCoy. The way he raises his kids, the way he fucking does his fitness, the way he is in his relationship with his wife, the way he is in fucking work and business. Jason McCoy, that's somebody to try to be like. That's somebody to hope that you're friends with one day. Cut those weeds out, man. Cut that shit down. Those weeds are taking nutrients from the fucking plants that feed you. Sooner or later, they're getting bigger and bigger, and they're drowning out the plants that feed you. Pretty soon you're just going to have a field of weeds. You got all these little crumbs, all these dried up, rotted pieces of bread that you're hanging around with. And if you swept all them dudes up into a pile and put them in a corner, they could never become a loaf of bread again. They're just running around, chipping at you, chipping at you, chipping at you, spreading mold to you. You're starting to grow, you're starting to rot, and they have no nutritional value to you. Take those crumbs, put them in the corner, get them in the dustpan, and throw them out to the wind. Be careful who you're around. Everybody is contagious. You better make sure you're catching something worth having. I don't know that we'll even use this video. We're probably 3 minutes from the gym. I'm going to go do leg day today. Legs. Put it off. We should have done legs on Tuesday or Wednesday. Put it off. We're going to do it today on Thursday. I really thought about not doing legs today. It's not an option. I don't know why that shit even still goes in my head. Anybody around me knows we're going to go do fucking legs today. I don't know why I fucking doubt it. Forward motion. Do one more thing today than you did yesterday. Do one thing today that makes you better tomorrow. That one thing today that makes you better than tomorrow. I heard that from Off the Ranch. Demolition Ranch, Off the Ranch, Vet Ranch. That dude's doing cool shit. Now, of course, he'll tell you the same thing I tell you. He only shows you what he wants you to see. Just go do some good shit, man. Do some shit that's worth seeing. When you start doing shit that's worth seeing, when you start doing stuff that's worth it, you have less time for the shit that you have to try to hide. I think I'm pretty well at the point right now where I don't have a whole lot to hide. Go make yourself better.